Welcome to this screencast. This is our first lesson to prepare you for your R081 exam for Creative iMedia. And our first lesson is on Moodboard. In your exam, you will need to understand those different planning techniques, planning documents, and be able to create them and be able to analyze them. So these are only L01, L02, L03, etc. Criteria for different type of questions. We will cover those in these videos, as well as first one is Moodboard. So what it is, there's a definition. A Moodboard is a visual tool. I insist you must mention visual in your definition to satisfy OCR. And then the rest of your definition is meant to explain the purpose of a Moodboard, not to describe it. So Moodboard, a visual tool to assist in the planning of a project or to help generate ideas. You write this, you'll score maximum marks for your definition. After that, you need to be able to explain, understand what a Moodboard is made of. So here we've got just an example I picked from Google, and then the different what kind of content should be in the Moodboard. Now, it's important for you to know it if you're asked what could be inside the Moodboard, as well as to know it if you're asked to create a Moodboard as part of your exam. If you're asked to create a Moodboard in the exam, you will not be asked to do drawing. Instead, they will give a set example of possible content for a Moodboard, and you will just be asked to write the numbers of each one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be careful, those possible content of a Moodboard, not all of them are correct. If you pick the wrong ones, you will drop marks. So what makes a Moodboard? Pictures. It's all about the look of a Moodboard. It's all about the visual content. So the key component of a Moodboard are pictures. You should also put some text, but not to test the text itself, to test the look of a text. So different fonts, and you can also play with different colors for your text, absolutely. And then color schemes. Here is one I've made earlier. Now, can we jump into evaluation skills? Can anyone tell me, what do you think about this example of a Moodboard? What do you think about this? What's good, what's not so good? Please?
More amount of photos or images?
If by that you mean that there are empty space which should be filled with more images, you're absolutely correct. And then is there something that you would say is good about this Moodboard? Yes, please? There's a color scheme. Excellent. So that's really, really good. Is there something else that is missing in this Moodboard that's not complete? Please?
The text is rather small.
Well, that's because of a screen, etc. But when you're talking about the text, notice that there are annotations. Now, in your exam, you are expected to annotate a Moodboard if you create them in order to justify your choices. I'm sorry if you cannot quite read the text that I've written there, but I've made sure to try to put some justification for what it is that I'm showing there. However, there are some points in here, like the color scheme, there's no annotation, so something is missing. Now, this is quite typical of the kind of questions asked in the exam about evaluating an existing Moodboard. Whenever they ask you something like that, they always give you something that is incomplete, not finished. And as part of your evaluation, you need to pinpoint what is good about it and what is not good, i.e. what is missing, what should be there to complete this Moodboard. So here's an example which I've created for the purpose of this explanation I've just given you. This is what you will find potentially in the exam. And you need to be able to create something like that. Now, if this was, instead of an example I created, if this was from OCR, from a past exam, those pictures would be presented to you in a grid before the empty space where you are asked to create the mood board, and you are not asked to draw all of this. You're just asked to write number 1, number 3, number 5, if these are the order in which these components of a mood board are set. What you can do, if you've brought some colored pens or pencil, is add some colors, because color, as explained, is an important component of a mood board. And what you must do is annotation. I hope you find this useful, and I'm looking forward to seeing how good you do in our exam preparation lessons.